Hi dear students, today we will discuss about a very beautiful concept. So that's one is a prism, and what is a prism, and angle of a deviation and minimum angle of a deviation, and one derivation is there. So this derivation is very important for your examination. Okay, so before going to this derivation, minimum angle of a deviation, first we know that what is a prism. Okay, so prism means a homogeneous medium. Prism means a homogeneous medium, and it is bounded by three rectangular faces and two triangular faces. Okay, so here we consider that this one is a prism. Okay, so this one is a prism. So here we consider that total three rectangular surface. So this one is one and 2 and another side, so this one is a 3. So total 3 rectangular surface and 2 triangular surface. Yes, and here the one is rectangular surface we consider that base of a prism, and another 2 we consider that a refracting surface. For example, so this one is a prism. Example, this one is one rectangular surface, another rectangular surface, another rectangular surface, and a two triangular surface, and these two we consider that a refracting surface, and this one we consider that a base of a prism. Okay, and it's having a particular refractive index. And next one, suppose whenever light travel through this prism, so light travel through this prism, then what happens? So light shows refraction phenomenon. Why? Because it is made up of a glass. Prism made up of a glass. It means a light travel through this prism, so light changes its direction. It means it undergoes refraction phenomenon. Okay, so here the first one, here we consider that this one is a prism. So one surface refracting surface, another one refracting surface, and this one is a base. So this side is a one triangular face, another side one triangular face. Okay, so this one we consider that a base of a prism. So base of a prism, and these two we consider that a refracting surface of a prism. Okay, so this one we consider that a angle A. Okay, so suppose here we consider that a X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. So this one is a prism. XY we consider that a refracting surface, and XZ also refracting surface, and YZ we consider that a base of a prism. And here the perpendicular line drawn to this first surface, so this one we consider that a normal. Okay, another one. Okay, so perpendicular line drawn to this second surface. So this perpendicular line we consider that a normal of these two surface. Okay, perpendicular line drawn to the another surface. Okay, so here, so this one is a incident ray, incident to Q. Okay, so this one is incident to this first surface at a point we consider that a Q, and this light ray changes its direction because of whenever light travel from a rarer media to denser media, is path of a light changes. It means one media to another media, path of a light changes. Okay, so here also path of a light changes. It means, so this one we consider that a refraction. It is undergoes refraction. Okay, it is undergoes refraction. It means direction of a light ray changes. Okay, and here we consider that this one is a normal. So this refracted ray we consider that incident for a second refracting surface XY. Sorry, XZ is another refracting surface, and this one is a refracted light ray. So this refracted light ray, so incident to this XY surface. Then what happens? So this light ray is again refracted. Okay, so this light ray we consider that incident ray. Here we consider that O, and this one is P, and this one we consider that R. Okay, OP, QP, and PR. Yes, OP is incident ray, QP is a refracted ray, and PR we consider that incident ray. Otherwise, here, so this one is a normal and this one is incident ray. So here we get angle of incident, and this one is a normal and a refracted ray. So this one is a angle of refraction. And here both angle are same, so this one we consider that R2, and here we will take, so this one is a I2. Why? Because so here we consider that angle of incidence I1, and this one we consider that I2, both angle are same. And here, so this one is a extended incident ray. Extended incident ray to this XZ surface. Extended incident ray to this XZ surface. Okay, and here, so this one is extended incident ray. So this one is extended incident ray. Okay, so this one is extended incident ray for X surface. Okay, why here we consider that extended incident ray? Because angle of a deviation. So angle of a deviation means, suppose this one is incident ray and a normal, and this one is extended incident ray. When light ray incident to this surface, it means a refracting surface, then what happen? It undergoes a refraction phenomenon. Okay, so this one is refracted ray and this one is extended incident ray. Okay, here we get a one angle. So this angle we consider that angle of a deviation. So angle of a deviation, it means it is an angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. Angle of, it is an angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. Another one here, suppose if we consider that this one is incident ray, so this one is a normal and this one is extended incident ray, and here we consider that a refracted ray. Okay, so this one is extended incident ray and this one is a refracted ray. So here refracted ray is nothing but a emergent ray. Okay, so here we consider that angle, it is an angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray or emergent ray. So this one we consider that angle of deviation. Yes, angle of deviation means it is an angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. So here also this one we consider that emergent ray, but so emergent ray is nothing but a refracted ray for a second surface. So this reason angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray, and here also angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. So these two angle we consider that angle of a deviation. Okay, so angle of deviation means it is an angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. Okay, you know that angle of a deviation. So let's go to this expression. So expression for the refractive index mu of a material of a prism in terms of angle of minimum deviation. We already know that angle of deviation means it is the angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. Okay, and refractive index of a material of a prism. You know that a prism, it is made up of a glass. Yes, it is made up of a glass and its a refractive index we consider that a mu. And angle of deviation means it is a angle between extended incident ray and refracted ray. And angle of a prism. Okay, so A we consider that angle of a prism. Yes, so here the total expression for the refractive index of a material of a prism mu in terms of minimum angle of a deviation D and angle of a prism A. we just express this material of a prism. We want to find out refractive index of a material of a prism by using minimum angle of a deviation and angle of a prism. Okay, so here A is the angle of a prism. First one, A is angle of prism. A is angle of prism. I1, R1. I1 and R1. I1 and R1 are angle of incident and angle of refraction at Q. It means the first surface. I1 and R1 are angle of incident and angle of reflection for first surface at Q. Next one, R2 is angle of incident. R2 is angle of incident, and I2 we consider that angle of refraction. Why? Because so this one is a normal and this one is a refracted ray. So this reason R2 and I2 are angle of incident and angle of refraction for the surface of 2 at P. For the surface of 2 at point P. Okay, so here angle of a deviation. So angle of a deviation. So this one is extended incident ray and this one is a refracted ray. So this one we consider that angle of a deviation D1. Angle of a deviation D1. Another one extended incident ray and this one is a refracted ray. So this one we consider that angle of a deviation D2. Angle of deviation D2. And total angle of a deviation. So incident ray and finally we get emergent ray. Incident ray, extended incident ray and this one is emergent ray. We want total angle of a deviation. So this one is a total angle of a deviation. So total angle of a deviation. It is the angle between extended incident ray and emergent ray. So first angle of a deviation, total angle of deviation we consider that D, small d. D is equal to first angle of deviation D1 plus so second angle of a deviation D2. It means D we consider that total angle of a deviation. So total angle of deviation is nothing but deviation, angle of deviation for a first surface and angle of deviation for a second surface. D is equal to D1 plus D2. Okay, so here D1 and D2 are angle of deviation at Q and P. At Q and P. Angle of deviation at P and Q. Okay, D1 and D2. Next one. Here, so these two are intersect, it means crosses to each other. So these two we consider that normal, and here we consider that So this one is a yes. Okay, yes. Here you already know that Snell's law. For Snell's law, refractive index mu is equal to sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction. Okay, so this one we consider that equation 1, and here we consider that two media. So this one is first media and this one is second media. Air is first media and glass we consider that a second media. Okay, and it's a refractive index. Suppose if we consider that air is mu1 and glass we consider that mu2. So totally here we consider that refractive index of one media with respect to another media is equal to sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction. Okay, so here we consider that quadrilateral XQSP is a quadrilateral is so quadrilateral X Q S and P. Okay, so here in a quadrilateral two angles is equal to the 180 degree. Okay, so here also we consider that two angle. One is angle of prism, another one is QSP. So one angle of a prism A, another angle QSP is equal to 180 degree. A plus QSP is equal to 180 degree. Okay, and here we consider that a one triangle QPS. For triangle QPS. Okay, for triangle QPS. So in this triangle, so total three angles is equal to the 180 degree. So first angle is R1 and second angle is R2 and the third angle QSP is equal to 180 degree. So first angle R1 and the second angle R2 and the third angle we consider that QSP is equal to 180 degree. Yes? Okay, so here QSP and QSP. So this one equation 2 and equation 3. Compare equation 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Okay, A plus QSP is equal to 180 degree. R1 plus R2 plus QSP is equal to 180 degree. Okay, QSP, so here common. It means A is equal to R1 plus R2. Why? Because QSP both are same. If you add these two angles, then we get the angle of a prism. So this reason here A is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, A we consider that angle of a prism is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay. So next one, so here we want to find out the angle of a deviation. Okay, so total angle of a deviation. Total angle of a deviation, D is equal to D1 plus D2. Okay, so D1 is angle of deviation for first surface and D2 is angle of deviation for second surface. So here we want to find out D1 and D2 value. Okay, so here So this angle is I, and this, it means I1, and this angle also we consider that I1. The total angle is I1, and here also I1. Yes. So here I1 split into two parts. One is D1, another one is R1. Yes. So this reason here I1 is equal to D1 plus R1. I1 is equal to D1 plus R1. But we want a D1 value. So this reason, so D1 is equal to I1 minus R1. I1 is equal to R1 plus D1. But we want angle of deviation D1. So this reason D1 is equal to I1 minus R1. Okay, first angle of deviation. First angle of deviation, D1 is equal to I1 minus R1. D1 is equal to I1 minus R1. And next one, we want a D2 value. Yes. Okay, so here, so total angle, here we consider that this one is I2, and this one is incident ray, and this one is emergent ray. In between angle is D2, and this angle we consider that R2. Yes. Okay, so here we want a D2 value. So D2 value, it means, so total angle is I2 and this angle is R2. So this reason D2 is equal to I2 minus R1. Total angle I2, but we want a D2. It means I2 minus R2. Yes. So D2 value I2 minus R2. Yes. So this reason total angle of deviation D is equal to D1. It means I1 minus R1 plus I2 minus R2. So this one is the total angle of a deviation. Okay, so this equation we can write angle of deviation is equal to I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2. I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2. We already know that R1 plus R2 is nothing but angle of a deviation. Yes. So this reason total angle of a deviation D is equal to I1 plus I2 minus A is nothing but angle of a prism. A is the angle of a prism. Okay. So here A is equal to R1 plus R2. So this reason here also R1 plus R2 is there. In place of R1 and plus R2, here we consider that angle of a prism A. Okay. So here, according to Snell's law, sin I divided by sin R. It means, so here we want to calculate angle of incident and angle of a refraction. Yes? Okay. So here, I is angle of incident, R is angle of a refraction. For a minimum angle of a deviation, this refracted ray is always parallel with the base of a prism. Refracted ray parallel to base of a prism. When refracted ray is parallel to the base of a prism, so I1 is equal to I2. So see, once again this condition, when a refracted ray parallel to base of a prism, in this condition I1 is equal to I2. So this condition is nothing but a minimum angle of a deviation. Okay, for minimum angle of a deviation or minimum deviation D, I1 is equal to I2. When we get I1 is equal to I2, when this refracted ray parallel to base of a prism. Okay. When I1 is equal to I2, it means R1 is equal to R2, I1 is equal to I2. When we consider that I1 is equal to I2, so inside angle R1 is equal to R2, both are same. Yes, R1 is equal to R2. We already know that. So this equation we consider that 4 is okay. From equation 4, R1 plus R2 is equal to A. So here according to this condition R1 is equal to R2. It means R1 is equal to R2, we consider that R. It means R1 value R plus R2 value is also R is equal to A. So this reason here 2R is equal to A. We want R value. It means R is equal to A by 2. Angle of refraction R is equal to A by 2. Next one we want to calculate I value. Is okay, so here minimum angle of deviation we consider that D. So in a deviation D here, minimum angle of deviation I1 is equal to I2. So this I1 is equal to I2, we consider that I. Okay, here, so this equation 5. So this equation we consider that 5. From equation 5 is from equation 5, here D we consider that angle of deviation, but here capital D we consider that minimum angle of a deviation. So this reason, so minimum angle of a deviation D is equal to I1 value is I and I2 value is also I. It means I plus I minus A. Okay, I plus I, it means 2I minus A. So this reason D is equal to 2I minus A. It means we want A value. As A value, it means D plus A, and here 2I, it means I. Okay, I is equal to D plus A divided by 2. So this one is angle of incident. As and angle of refraction, angle of incidence. Okay, so put these two value in equation 1. As put the values of R and I in equation 1. So this reason, so refractive index mu is equal to sin I value D plus A divided by 2 whole divided by sin R value A by 2, A divided by 2. Yes, so refractive index is equal to sin I means D plus A divided by 2 and whole divided by sin R value A by 2. Okay, so this one we consider that expression for the refractive index of a material of a prism in terms of minimum angle of a deviation and angle of a prism. Is mu is equal to sin A plus D divided by 2 whole divided by sin A by 2. Okay, so this one is a 5 marks derivation. Okay, so take one screenshot.